All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Average Takes. Today we are talking baseball, Padres, baseball. Um, yeah, so let's get into it. All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Bob Cheney with you. Average Takes. We're back. Nothing wrong being average. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Whether you're listening on your Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google Play, fucking wherever you're listening to, YouTube. What's up? What's up, everybody? We are 3 series into the MLB season. Padres are tied for first with the Arizona Diamondbacks, 6-4, 6-4. But this freaking series versus the Braves. Absolutely great baseball going on with the Padres. Um, absolutely been a great start of the season. I mean, there's question marks, obviously, and there's always question marks for a baseball season. But as long as you learn from those losses and stuff like that, you'll continue to get better. But we've seen the Padres take on the Braves. It was a 4-game series in Atlanta. Um, it was huge. The Padres ended up taking 3-1 in the series. You lose the first game with walk off late in the game. You were up, down, but we've had some great play over the last couple of days. Even today on Sunday Night Baseball.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was fun to watch the last couple games. Even Friday night's game was fun to watch, even though it was on Apple TV, which some people may or may not have watched. But yeah, Padres, a lot of ups and downs, like you're saying. I am someone who knows kind of those ups and downs. Like baseball is, you can start slow and then you can win it all. It doesn't really matter, but I am transforming into a live in the moment type of person. So a lot of tweets and stuff may be peer reactions, which I enjoy too. But I might have slipped a the season's over tweet maybe, but it's not over yet.
I'm glad I was off on a nice weekend to not see that. But yeah, so the Padres had seen great starts from back to back. Michael Wacha and Seth Lugo, absolutely phenomenal starts. These were two guys who the Padres picked up this offseason who kind of asked yourself, like, little question marks here and there. Lugo had never been a starter full time. He would jumped around between relieving and starting, relieving, starting. He comes to the Padres wanting, asking to be a starter. And guess what? We've seen him shine the last 2 starts. I mean, absolutely shine. He's gone 13 innings with 2 runs and like 16 Ks. So absolutely great start for him. Um, but both of them, I mean, first the Braves to come in and to kind of shut down the Braves. Lugo tonight, fucking awesome. And Mike Walker yesterday, 6 innings, 10 punchies. Um, those are two guys who you pinned as question marks, and so far to start the season, 4 starts total from them. They've looked really good.
Yeah, I keep seeing a bunch of stuff from people on Twitter who don't know what they're talking about. They're like, "Oh, we need another starter so then we can move Lugo to relief." Like, he didn't want to be a relief pitcher anymore. He wanted to start. So it's not going to be as easy as, oh, hey, we got this guy, so you got to go to the pen now. Like, if he's giving you quality innings, that's really all you can ask for. And he's now put back to back quality starts together. I'm really liking what I'm seeing between them, Waka and Lugo, to start the year. And then we're getting Joe Musgrove back in like a week, and at that point, once Tatis comes back, it feels like we're like Thanos. We're last diamonds going into the fist
Yeah,
stone.
the Padres are still, like you said, without Joe Musgrove, without Fernando Tatis, without big game Bob Suarez. Those are
And Drew
huge
Pomeranz.
acquisitions. Yes, Drew Pomeranz. We haven't seen him in a long time. Um, I might quit believing in Drew Pomeranz because of
Yeah, I heard he's hurt again,
motivation.
right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not throwing. He hurt himself again. But talking about Joe, there did come out today that he tweaked his shoulder in his most recent rehab start. So it's only going to push his next start a couple of days, his next rehab start, and then so that'll push his next actual major league or his first major league start of this season out a little bit. So we probably won't see him in this upcoming series versus the Mets, which we were all hoping
He
for.
got hurt.
Yeah, he tweaked his shoulder a little bit, but nothing big, nothing big. Won't even miss another.
Didn't hear that.
Yeah, that came out today. Another injury news: the Padres put David Dahl on the 10-day IL and brought up Brandon Dixon from AAA. You know that we haven't seen Dahl in a while, so this we were kind of feeling this coming, but still interested to see what the Padres truly think of Dahl because I feel like with them trying Odor out there in the outfield, that Dahl's the guy who's gonna get the axe when Tatis comes back.
Well, yeah, most likely, but brother has a. I don't know how to describe this nicely, but brother has a chub for his former Ranger prospects, so they're gonna get the nod no matter what over the free agent guy who we just got. But yeah, I mean that home run to tie the game, and then Ha-Sung Kim to go back to back to win the world, not the World Series, to win that game with that walk off. I mean, that was electric. I would love to see those. The Padres don't get shit like that. Like we don't have guys that come off the bench and just mashed haters. Like the last guy I remember was like Matt Adams or some shit.
Not Stairs.
Remember Matt Stairs? Yeah, you remember that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's the last guy I remember that strictly came off the bench to hit
And
bombs.
Stairs, I mean, that was his career. He made a career of coming off the bench to hit bombs. But the Padres definitely need a bat like that. And maybe that's going to be Nelson Cruz. I mean, what we've seen today from Nelly Cruz goes 3 for 5, a 3-run hammer on an 83-mile-an-hour slider, 1-1 count. Fucking just hit it 423 feet, 108.8 miles per hour, turned an 83 to 108. Like, that's fucking unreal for him. 42 years old. I mean, a lot of people had a lot of question marks when we signed him, saying, oh, he's old. He hasn't had a good year in like 2-3 years. He had off-season eye surgery, said he feels great, and that swing is still there. Obviously, the bat speed's there, could turn around balls like that. I'm I'm hoping he's that guy when we need a pinch hit. But I mean, he's still going to get his lefty starts versus a lefty pitcher because Carpenter, lefty, they'd rather take a chance with Nelson Cruz. But I'm hoping Nelly Cruz is that guy off the bench for them in those situations.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him because he takes some ugly at bats. Like he has some ugly swings still, and you can see the old age in him show a little bit on those swings.
I think they've
But
gotten better though. Today, I don't feel like he had many ugly swings. It was like all great at bats.
yeah, no, today was a good day, and like you said, that bomb. I mean, that is all I can ask for. I don't need the home run every day, but you come in against pitchers who you like to hit off, and you need to hit off them. Like
I mean, he has
that's just
two bombs in 5 games that he's played.
yeah, yeah. That's
I'll take that.
yeah. I mean, if he
I'll
can
take
get
that. I mean, I always joke around saying he's going to hit 41 because he was 41 homers away from 500 to start the year.
yeah,
So like 39 now.
yeah,
And I'm hoping the MLB gives us a couple of them juice balls they gave Albert Pujols last year down the stretch. But I'm excited for where this team's going to go with those guys coming back. The lineup, everyone's still questioning every day because it's different every day. But hey, man, it seems to work. The only thing that I question is how many times Nola is going to get a start because Campusano's 3-0 when he starts games.
he does look better behind the plate now. He does look a little bit better behind the plate. He just doesn't impress me at all. Like nothing he does can impress me right now. I don't know why.
I don't think
Yes,
either of the catchers are very impressive, Nola nor Campusano.
yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that.
But
It's so
at the end of the day, we have a guy who's 5 years deep into his major league career, hasn't really shown that he could get better with behind the plate. Like Nola had his inability to throw runners out is horrendous. Like especially in this new day and age where we have the pitch clock, we are going to need a catcher who has an arm. And I feel like Luis Campusano has the talent. He might be a little lazy behind the plate, but I think he has enough talent to be our everyday backstop. But I mean, I know the Padres are gonna have a question mark at catcher until Ethan Salas makes his major league debut. But I'm still thinking that Campuzano is going to be better in the long haul.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't at with this team in the catcher position. I don't necessarily need like a
I need
one
someone who's
dude
gonna
there.
throw. I need someone like I was having this conversation the other day. This team lacks a defensive fucking wizard of a catcher, like an fucking Hedges. I wish we would have Hedges back where he's just behind the backstop, framing every pitch, throwing guys out left and right. Don't care what he does with the stick.
Yeah.
I got
Yes.
other guys that are going to show up, especially
Yeah.
with this fucking Padres team now. Grisham has had a great start to the 2023 season. He's
Big
gotten on
Grish.
every game. He's gotten on base.
Big fucking Grish,
Yeah,
baby.
he's gotten on base every game so far with a couple of mammoth homers. Hassan Kim has upgraded or like has been playing phenomenal, even with the bat. Like today, swung at the craziest pitch. They said it was the fifth lowest pitch to be hit out in the Statcast era. Fucking yeah, not even a full foot off the ground, and he turns it around. I know the outfielder got some glove on it, but hit that one out. We weren't seeing that early last year. This is early in the season. We have guys stepping up huge. The Padres beat the Atlanta Braves 10-2 tonight. Like that is a huge game on national television. This was an ESPN game. The Padres, I say we, defeated the Braves in a 4-game series, 3 games out of the 4. I mean, absolutely insane that the Padres make those type of moves or make those moves to win these games.
Oh, you're wearing an A's hat. You're
Go
wearing an
fucking
A's hat.
Padres!
Hey,
You're
I just
wearing an
wanted to
A's
hop
hat.
in real quick. I'm a little faded. I just wanted to say, go Padres. Happy Easter to everybody. Yes, go Padres. Love
Go
it.
Padres.
Love you guys. See you
Happy
guys
Easter,
later.
buddy.
Happy Easter.
Enjoy Easter, Dad.
Yeah.
He has risen.
See you guys.
Later. Well, there was your mid guest drop of the pod.
You just got Drake on here, bro. Did you hear Drake in the background?
Yeah, I paused it there, so we might not have heard Drake in the background just for monetary reasons, but we did get a little dropping from our friend Roman. But yeah, there's definitely some questions when Tatis comes back too, because someone's going to get the cut, and it's I want to say it's Dahl, but it's Dahl or Odor, because I don't see them giving up Ozakar. He has speed and defense. He has some of the best defense on the team.
It's probably Dahl.
It's probably
probably him. He was probably signed. They let him know what was going to happen. Hey, the first 20 games, if you roster, you can compete for a spot. But once this man gets back, like there's no guarantees that you're going to be on this team. David Dahl probably understood that, wanted to be a part of something great in San Diego. Hey, next man up mentality. He has to have that. He seems like he's seen the ball good. I like the at-bats he's been putting together off the bench, but I mean, Fernando Tatis Jr. is Fernando Tatis Jr. And when you're going to get a 5-tool player to come back from, I mean, he wasn't even hurt. Like, honestly, at this point, he wasn't even hurt. So he's been healthy, a whole offseason healthy, and man.
And speaking of Fernando Tatis Jr., have you been seeing him in AAA? I mean, it's just getting me more and more excited. The kid, he hit a mammoth tater the other night off of some no-name kid. That kid took to the streets of Twitter to disrespect him. Average State's got their own back, so
Did you see he got released?
Shout out Average Steaks breaking the news on his release. But there's still some questions too because everyone might have forgotten. We still have Adam Engel on the team. He is still in the IL still, but that's another outfielder the Padres have who's a major league defensive stud.
He's better. Yeah,
speed.
he's better at defense than Ozakar.
Yeah, and faster than Ozakar. So we are going to get an outfielder back soon who's going to be a stud. So Dahl's time was coming. Ozakar's time might be coming. Odor, you never know. We haven't seen. I feel like we haven't seen him get even started yet. But Odor is he's a mid-average, below-average infielder.
He's good backup.
He's a good off the bench guy.
He's an average backup, I would say. This might come out weird, I guess, but I don't want to put this man down because he is a fan favorite. But someone told me last year that Ha-Seong Kim only crushes pitches that are like 95 and below. And ever since someone told me that, when he hits a home run, I look to see how hard it was. All these home runs he's hitting have been no harder than 90 miles per hour.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he goes and gets the pitch he wants.
He crushes these soft little pussy lefties. Like the change-ups away, the soft stuff. He just crushes this. But when he gets that 95 heater, that's when it's a different ballgame for him.
Yeah, I mean, he still has problems catching up with the hard stuff. But, I mean, hey, I'll take a guy who's gonna crush crush on your mistakes. You throw him a mid slider, middle in, middle away slider. It's that thing's tatered. He had a couple where he tatered today. I mean, everyone has the script. You have so many analytic guys behind the scenes gonna tell you what this guy likes and doesn't like. And if I'm a pitcher, I'm gonna go Ha-Seong Kim. You're gonna eat a fastball every pitch of this at bat, and we're gonna see if you can hit it. That's what I would do. But hey, this isn't my league, and I'm not an opposing pitcher. Right now, Ha-Seong Kim is fucking hitting taters, so I'll take it.
Yeah, he's raking in. I mean, coming over from Korea, this is kind of what I was expecting out of Ha-Seong Kim. Like all the hype videos, the highlight videos, and I know that's what I expect when I'm watching a fucking highlight tape. But at the same time, this is what if he gets 20 home runs this year, like that is fucking crazy for him. Like I would take that. Well, last 2 years, I think he hasn't cracked 10. I think 10 is his max.
Yeah, because he didn't hit too many last year. I thought it was a little over that. I think he hit 8 last year. Yeah, I don't know, 7 or 8 is what I had on the top of my head, but I'm not too sure. I'll tell you right now. He had 11 in 2022. So 11 last year. 8 the year before. Not too crazy. But he's a free agent at the end of the year. I definitely think a team who needs a shortstop or an infielder is going to give him a lot more money than the Padres will. So I want to see him keep it up because he is a free agent, and I want to see him continue his.
He's still on ARB though. He would still be on ARB.
I don't think so. As he,
I think so. Because Ohtani is international free agent though. It's different. Ohtani is technically still in arbitration after next year or this year, I think.
I didn't think for free agent signings, but maybe you're right.
I thought you have to play 6 years in MLB to be a free agent, though.
Yes, no matter what.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was no matter what.
Oh, maybe you're right. I thought I was reading something on Twitter about him going to sign in another place too. That's what I was just kind of getting to. But I mean, whatever. I love Kim on this team, so I don't want him to go to free agency and walk.
Yeah.
So far, the biggest question mark of this team has been the pen. The bullpen is really, really missing. I'm Big Game Bob, Drew Pomerantz, those guys. Between the starters getting to the closer, there's question marks. There is a ton of them because we've seen guys like Luis Garcia not look great. His fastball looks a couple ticks down. On average, I mean. And then Tapia is a question mark out there every day because obviously his backstory, he has the gas, but can he hold down the walks? Can he quit giving up too many free passes? And he's bounced around everywhere. And then obviously you have guys like the lefty freaking Tim Hill. He's not really a deep reliever. He's a situational guy, so you don't want to put him out there long. He's still not the greatest. Um, Nabil has not looked the same. Today he looked great in his 2 innings of work, I believe. But before that, he had 3 outings and given up over 3 runs. So he was giving out a run each time he got out there to start the year. Wasn't very hot start for him. But a big
I like
a
Brett
big
Honeywell.
key is Brett Honeywell. Yeah, that's right. What I was going to get onto. Brett had pitched in the major leagues in over 2 years. Spent all of his time last year in the A's system. Was it between Double and Triple A, which is wild because the A's aren't a great team.
He was with the Rays.
He was with the Rays forever, though. He was a prospect coming up with the Rays. He was at once their top pitching prospect. And so far, he's been outstanding for us. I really love his story. He ended up getting the W the other night versus the Braves. He's from Atlanta, I believe. Watched the Braves growing up. But fuck, he absolutely looked great in that outing. Pitched 2 innings, came in with the bases juiced, I believe. Got out of it clean. Worked a clean inning and then went back out for another inning. Got himself in a little bit of predicament, but then backup came in and saved the day. No matter, didn't matter. But he's looked great. Brett Honeywell has been a big part of this bullpen so far. But with Musgrove coming back, we got to start thinking who's going to go down into the pen. Is it going to be Martinez, where he absolutely killed it last year? Will be Weathers is probably the obvious choice, but you've been working up as a starter now for so long. Do you really want to put him in a bullpen at his young age, or would you like to see him try to get time as a starter?
Yeah, because
work Martinez maybe as a piggyback role with him or other situations.
I do like Honeywell and Weathers being like swingman type guys, but it's so hard when you're ramped up as a starter and then to just switch to reliever role, like the mindset of like when you're on the mound pitching. Like Nick Martinez did a fantastic job of that last year, so he would be my choice because he's already done it. He's experienced in it. If he's truly for the team, he will do whatever it takes. So that shouldn't be a big deal. But Weathers has struggled in that relief role a little bit in his big league experience. So I wouldn't mind seeing him just kind of letting it rip every fifth day. Like he's young, 6, whatever. He's young and his stuff has improved over this last offseason. And
it improved tremendously. Big shout out to Ruben Nabila because he has turned around a lot of these starters' careers with his mechanic changes and pitching changes. Weathers last year and the years prior hadn't been great, but he changed a couple of pitches, and one of them is the slider. It's no longer trying to go with the hard slider. This offseason, they developed the sweeping slider with a lot of our pitchers. A lot of people call it the sweeping or the slutter. It's a slider cutter kind of combination.
No one calls it a sweeper, brother. It's the slutter.
It's the slutter. But yeah, it's a sweeping slider curveball mix.
And so, who I really think I give a lot of credit to is Blake Snell. They are boys off the field. They're hanging out. When we interviewed him on the podcast, he mentioned, "Oh, Blake Snell's going to win the Cy Young." I really like what he's doing. Blake Snell has a nasty slider, and I think that he gave Ryan Weathers a couple chips, and he's using them right now. That's what I really think. Not saying Novella has not done anything, but like I think Blake Snell gave him a couple tips, and he's seen the results since working.
Yeah, and Ryan put a lot into this offseason, worked out hard, brought his fastball mile per hour back up, was sitting 90, mid 90, 94 last couple of seasons, and now he's reaching 97, topping out at 97. And I was seeing that consistently. So if he could keep that up, I will truly want to see him as a starter, because lefty throw 97 with a dirty slider, sweeper, slutter, whatever you want to call it, is going to be a filthy combo.
Yeah.
And like you said, Martinez grew into a role last year where obviously he had to pitch with his job on the line because he was coming over from Japan, hadn't had a great major league career to start off, but used great stuff. And like you said, works hard and absolutely enjoys pitching. Like he's out there screaming, yelling, emphatic with emotion. Like he is truly one of the pitchers that you love to see pitch. And so I love those type of guys coming out of the pen. A guy whose hair is on fire per se.
Yeah.
He's gonna go out there and like he's throwing a javelin through your heart, not a fastball through the fucking strike zone. That's the pitching emotion he pitches with. And I would love to see him, in those fucking instances where it is bases loaded and we need to get 2 outs. We need a double play. Like I want to see Nick Martinez come in and fucking start shoving balls down guys' throats. No homo.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa.
No homo. I said no homo. What? Whoa.
What do you mean, whoa? Do you know what you just said?
I said no homo.
No, before you said no homo, what did you say?
I finished it off with no homo. So
and you finished it off.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you are fucking
with no homo. So guess what? Doesn't count. Yeah, wow. Padres have been playing great. Bullpen does need some work. Would you be willing to trade Merle this season?
Jackson?
Yeah.
No.
Your number one prospect?
No.
No?
Him and Lesko staying.
We'll see. I mean, we do need someone to step in for Ha-Sung if he does leave, like I was thinking.
Yep.
Put him right in.
Fernando Tatis Jr. ain't playing second base. I can tell you that.
No. Tatis had a really great throw from right field. We posted that on Twitter.
Yeah, he's gonna be a fucking problem.
I'm excited. He's gonna be a problem. There's gonna be plays where he guns guys out at home. I mean, it's gonna be electric. Like I was saying, it was gonna be him for Soto, try to show off the cannons, but I mean, I don't know if Soto has a chance.
People forget just how fucking good this guy is. Like, it's insane. Like, I understand he's gone through the problems off the field, but on the field, he has been nothing but fantastic. Like, last year, the only person with comparable numbers to him in their first 162 games was Mike Trout, and his numbers were better than Mike Trout. Like, this guy is so fucking good. People forget, and I just can't wait. April 20th, I might be under the influence of a specific strand of weed, but I'm going to be I'm going to be locked in on fucking Fernando Tatis Jr., baby.
Yeah, cannot wait for 420 this year for multiple reasons. Other baseball news other than the Padres, because I know you guys are probably sick of that. We saw O'Neal Cruz go down for what is possibly the season. He was sliding in home, the play at the plate, collision, fractured ankle.
How fast do you think fractured ankles heal?
You don't think it's going to be a long time?
I think he's out for the year. I think this season's a wrap.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably.
And I checked your fantasy team, and you don't have a backup shortstop. So
I do not.
I have 3 top 15 shortstops, and I'm not trading you any.
And I don't want any of them.
Yes, you do.
I already have moves in making. So don't worry. You don't need to be peeping my team. All right.
I just wanted to see you at O'Neill Cruz. That sucks. That's a terrible loss. Happened to be you.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, next man up. All right, next man up. Adam Duvall, the Red Sox got hurt as well.
When?
Today left the game after suffering apparent wrist injury when making a diving play in center.
Fuck.
My
fucking fantasy team.
And then we also saw Starling Marte. He got what was it? Was it a slide or something like that? That was weird for him. I can't remember, but said he was hurt as well. So a couple injuries. The O'Neill Cruz one sucks, definitely.
Yeah, did you see the benches cleared after that?
Yeah, immediately after. I don't know why the bench is cleared, but
yeah.
I mean, the slide was terrible. Okay, so it's nothing against the other team. It was O'Neill Cruz doesn't know how to slide with his ginormous body. Buddy, slide around the catcher, tag home with your fucking fingers. Okay, it's not that hard. I see a lot of guys do it. You know, don't slide. And then it was a late slide too. Your knees and like legs were up. Buddy just doesn't know how to slide. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. When I was playing all growing up, everyone tells you don't slide head first into any base. And I'm a fan of slide head first. Like if he slides head first, there's no shot his ankle's getting fucking compound fractured.
No.
There's no shot.
I don't think it's a compound fracture either.
Well, there's no shot his ankle is getting fractured sliding head first into home plate on that play. Maybe you get a concussion, you're out maximum, let's say 2 weeks. You're in the big leagues, I'll give you a week, buddy. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. That slide was horrible. Benches clearing for no reason. And who was playing in that game? The fucking Pirates and who?
I can't remember.
Cardinals?
My head.
It's the Cardinals and I think it's the Reds actually. It was a red team.
White Sox. Yeah,
Pirates. They're dirty. They're fucking dirty over there.
I know we talked about it earlier, but on the David Dahl injury, Bo Mello actually mentioned that Nelly Cruz might also play some right field until Fernando comes back. I'd love to see Nelly in the right field. I don't want to see him get hurt. I wouldn't. I'd love to see it.
I would not like it.
That's for the funnies.
Wasn't he the oldest player to play a game?
Yeah,
in the field.
I think that was the WBC. He was the oldest player to ever play in the WBC in the field.
Who was the oldest in MLB?
Well, Ichiro was 45.
Oh yeah.
So that was recent. I don't know, like you said, some other names, but Darno, after the collision at home with Odor, gets put onto the 7-day concussion IL, so hopefully he gets a little bit better.
Yeah, and I happened to be watching the Braves broadcast on one of these streams, and I think it was Jeff Francoeur as their announcer, and he goes, if we're gonna compare lineups, I'm gonna take the Braves 1 through 9. Like the Braves lineup is just absolutely that much better than the Padres. And blah blah, keep saying shit. And then today we beat them back-to-back days. Like today we scored 10 runs. We don't even have a top 4 player in our lineup. Like I just think it's funny when I hear stuff like that and then the complete opposite happens the next
Yeah, no one really thought the Padres were going to do that. Padres. I mean,
yeah, and that pitcher, he's a rookie, right?
Today?
Yeah. Dylan Dudu?
Yeah. Dodd. The craziest
God.
last name on a jersey all time. It literally just looked like I posted the meme. They're like, oh,
4 zeros. That was
O'Reilly auto parts. That shit was funny. But yeah, you could not really tell. His jersey almost needs to be in lower cases, not capitals.
like DeGrom.
Yeah, like give me some different orientation because it was literally DODD and they're all capitals. It literally looked like a bunch of zeros up there.
I guarantee on his players weekend jersey, it's just gonna say do like
Yeah, it's got to be. So there's got to be a joke in there somewhere that they can find.
maybe.
The Rays are 9-0 to start the year, only undefeated team remaining.
Yeah, they might win the World Series. I think they do a 9-0 start. Those always end up in winning the World Series. If I'm being honest, anytime you can start 9-0, you always win the World Series.
I just don't understand how the Braves continue to do it, man. They don't sign any top guys. They let all their best players leave.
Well, it helps when the guys who they do have signed, Wander Franco, is just an absolute stud.
Yep, you're right.
An absolute monster.
They develop talent well over there.
Yeah, but when they get more, oh my god, how many fans are going to show up to the game with the Rays and the A's? How many fans do you think were there?
I think they said that one of the A's games, there were 11 AAA teams that had more fans show up, and then there was 4 of them that had double the amount that showed up to the A's game. There was only like a mere 3,000 at the game.
The Rays are 9-0, and 11,159 people showed up today.
Yeah, can't get much worse than that when MLB's thinking about moving them. You put everything you can on paper. They've been good. It's not like they've been bad historically. They've been really good. Went to the World Series in 2020. Have made the playoffs consistently over the last decade. Like, they've been a good team. Just no one shows up. I mean, what can you say? They're in Tampa Bay, Florida.
I heard they're at Tropicana Field, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard Tropicana doesn't even put any of their juices in the stadium.
I mean,
that's why the fans
expired.
don't come. Yep, that's why the fans don't come because Tropicana doesn't put any OJ in the drink station.
If I can't go to Tropicana Field and get vodka orange juice and it be Tropicana, I'm be very angry. They just pull out the off-brand like Walmart, Costco version orange juice. I'd be so pissed, dude. That's funny.
Oh, they just call it Ray's juice.
Yeah, they should have their own brand. If it's gonna be the Tropicana, you can't use their orange juice, of course. That's funny. I can't believe they're 9-0 and only 11,000 people show up. That's not even. That's like a quarter of the Padres stadium filled.
Oh yeah, Padres Stadium gets 30,000 more people on average.
Yes.
To these games, so
it shows you the difference between spending and not spending and just developing what you got. I mean, yeah, you're good, but it's the names that attract fans at the end of the day.
And at Petco Park, there's actually dogs and cats there.
Yeah, you can bring your fucking animal.
There's literally for adoption. Yeah, like Canada Field, there's no fucking juice there. At Petco, that's where the pets go.
Yeah, it shows you spending money. Get the big name guys. I want to get someone's jersey who I could wear anywhere, and they know who that is. I don't want to wear a jersey and someone asks me who the fuck that guy is and what team, and like, it's just how you think of it. The Padres, if you ask a lot of Padre fans before this like team, what jersey do they have? Oh, they had a Trevor Hoffman.
A lot of them actually have that giveaway Will Venable 25, or maybe I think it was Jed Jerko. I think there was one year.
Yeah, the giveaway free slap stickers, shirts, the jersey tees. the jerseys. You see those around, but you don't really see much old Padre jerseys other than a couple of guys. So back then, the Padres weren't bringing that many fans. Now you have guys who you could tell who they are by their face and not what jersey they're wearing. Finally, and it's fun to go to games. It's fun to buy jerseys. It's fun to support. It's fun to be there.
I got two last things, and then we can.
I have one last thing.
But the first thing was, did you see Ronald Acuna's eye black today?
I didn't pay attention to it.
It was just fat. It was just fat fucking sticker. It wasn't even eye black. And they're playing at fucking night. Like, he doesn't need eye black. It was just a sticker. Like, I just thought it was so ugly. And
it's just swag. All right,
second
Grandpa, just because you don't know what swag is.
Well, brother, I had some swag. Trust me, I had some swag on the field. Come on, I'm not wearing fucking stickers as my eye black. I had swag in other ways.
That might have been Ronald Acuna eye black giveaway night, and he's just rocking the same stickers all the fans are.
Well, if that was the case, then I'm sorry, I'm stupid, and you're smarter than me. But I don't think that was the case. I don't think Atlanta's that smart.
All right, go ahead.
My second thing was, did you happen to catch the Blue Jays and Angels game today?
Yeah, I definitely
wild.
I caught the last tad bit of it.
I didn't catch any of it, but I saw a lot of clips on Twitter.
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy. It was like 6-0, and then it was 6-6, then it was 10-6, then it was 10-10 or some shit like that. I was
It was like 11-10. It ended up being and then Ohtani gets out on a ground ball with the bases juiced, 2 outs to end the game. That's baseball for you. Those
Mike
are
Trout sitting there. I know how that feels, buddy.
Yeah, we've all been there. You hate being the last out of the game, and it's gonna happen to you whether you play baseball one time or not in your life. But being the last out, especially when the bases are juiced and all you got to do is put a ball into play and you fucking win. Yeah, you hate that feeling.
I was the last out of my last year I ever played baseball in.
Oh, buddy. Oh no. I bet you that haunts you at night. So you wake up from dreams and nightmares because of that.
I don't sleep because of that.
My last tad bit was I saw an article that came out from a Brewers reporter saying that now in their stadium, they are serving alcohol past the 7th inning. Why, you may ask? Well, that's because games are going an average 30 to 45 minutes faster than they did last year. The Padres had a game that went 2 hours and 3 minutes this year. It's the fastest in 5 decades for the Padres. And is honestly, it's cool. It's a double-edged sword because one, baseball games are going faster and they're easier to watch because you're not seeing a guy undo his gloves, spit his gloves, adjust his cup, look at his bat, stick his gloves to his bat a couple times, loosen up a little, get back in the box. Games are going. We saw Manny Machado get ejected the other night because he tried to call time at the 8-second mark, didn't get it, but whatever. I mean, the game is going a lot faster, so concessions aren't selling enough alcohol. So yeah, the Brewers have now opened up sales the entire game. That was an old thing that came out because people were getting too drunk and then going straight to their vehicles and trying to go home. Now the games are too quick. You're not selling enough alcohol. Those people are only getting 3 beers and then the game's over with. If each at bat is only 1 minute and 30 seconds due to a pitch clock, then I'm going through 2 innings before I finish a beer. That 9 inning, 9 dogs, 9 beers challenge at the park might be dead, especially with the lines that you have to sit in for drinks and hot dogs. But I mean, the game is just so fucking fast now, Trevor.
It won't be dead. Someone will be able to do it. Someone, trust me. And I my final consensus on here before the game today. Juan Soto says he absolutely hates the pitch clock. So I absolutely hate the pitch clock until Soto comes out and says, the pitch clock doesn't bother me anymore. I like it. I want Juan Soto to be hitting just however he wants. Fuck your pitch clock. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, double-edged sword. I definitely think there are pros and cons.
Last thing, I just thought of this while I was talking about.
You have a couple last things.
I also heard on the broadcast. Yeah, I also heard on the broadcast the announcers were saying all the rookies and the young guys had done the pitch clock all year last year, so they're already used to it. So when they're pitching, they're comfortable to that pitch clock that they are already a year into it, pretty much. I totally forgot about that. I just think that's something to think about when maybe you're betting on games or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely weird because some pitchers you're seeing it's affecting them a lot because they stretch their games out a little bit. Like i.e. Blake Snell. I mean, he hasn't looked great so far this season. He's one of those pitchers that took 37 seconds in between each pitch. Now he has to cut that in more than half. So it's going to affect a lot of people until they get used to it. And like you said, Trevor, that it is a cool, interesting thing to bring up that the minors had put this into play last year. All those guys got to have an entire year of buildup and time with that pitch clock, and they understand it easily. You know, they're already adapted. A lot of our guys still have to adapt. But hey, they're major leaguers. They could do it. They can fight through it. All right. Nothing wrong with being average. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe like I did earlier to all those places. We are podcasts that you could find anywhere that you listen to your podcast, everywhere that you listen to your podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Trevor, nothing wrong with being average.
No ads today? No ads today?
You know what? I don't think so. I'll have to speak to our finance.
You need to talk to the ad guy.
Yeah, Roman's not here. Roman's my ad guy. What the fuck? He stopped by for one second, didn't shout out the ads. He's the guy who speaks to all the ad partners. He gets me my ad deals. So no ads.
And he's out getting hammered right now.
Yeah, he's missing work. Freak. I mean, hey, some guys work on Easter, some don't. Some work on holidays, some don't. You know, gotta show up when you show up. All right, nothing wrong being average. Deuces.